What up, YouTube Massive, man? Hope everyone is well and, of course, literally doing. Of course, well, welcome to another VLOG being, of course, vlog. And today's vlog is just going to be a recap of pretty much what I've been up to today. So I woke up literally during the morning. I slept early yesterday. I felt very, very good. I woke up in the morning and the first thought that came into mind was, don't go to the park. I was like, what? Because I go to the park every single day to practice my internal martial arts, to work out, and just to keep my energy levels, you know, maintained and balanced and just be healthy. So I didn't listen to myself. I was like, you know what, I'm fine. So I got dressed and I did my thing, freshened up, whatever, and I was about to leave the house. And I felt like I was a bit achy all over. So I was walking down the street, I was going to the park, and on my way, I was like, oh. And it was kind of hot and so forth also. So I got to the park, I was like, you know what, let me basically just sit down and then take my shoes off, because I do my practices barefoot. And then I sat down and my whole body was like, it just shut down. It was like, nope, you ain't doing nothing. And I couldn't do my exercises, so I walked all the way back home and I came back to my room. I came onto this bed and I pretty much I slept, I think, for about maybe 30-40 minutes. I woke up and I felt completely like energized, like I feel so good now. And of course, this has happened, you know, hours ago, but I felt really good and really nice. So it just made me realize I need to sleep more earlier. Even though I slept earlier yesterday, I need to still take it easy and, of course, mentally easier, because sometimes I'm all over the place here. I've got to do this, I've got to do that, and I'm burning myself out. So I did that, and then obviously I created 2 IGTV videos. Here's IGTV video number 1 on Instagram. Did this today. Here's number 1.
Okay, I'm about to walk into a comic store in Manhattan, dressed as Doctor Strange coming. Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
I'm all right. How are you?
Fantastic to meet you, sir.
It's nice to see you.
I absolutely...
It's lovely to come off the shelf and say
Thank you.
hello. You know? I get so bored being stuck up there, everyone looking at me and just stuck there. You know, it's quite nice to hear.
This is great. Yeah, I absolutely need a picture of this.
Well,
I need a picture.
May
I take a picture, please?
You may take a picture. I think that's
Hold on.
allowed.
No, you're taking a picture with this one. Absolutely. I can do one with you guys. Here, you're taking... I have a picture with this man. Yeah.
Okay, I could not resist. I'm sorry.
This is great.
I couldn't believe it when I saw. Oh, we're going this way.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, 11. Okay, and then
Thank you, sir.
We're chasing the light.
All right, we have to shoot. Let's go. We have to make a movie.
This is fantastic. Thank you so much. Absolutely.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
You
thanks
can always
for
get a
that.
job here.
Yeah. Can I? If the movie doesn't work out and it bombs, can I come and work with you
I
guys
mean,
at least?
listen, we could always use a
You
good
just have
guy.
like a little booth,
you
and
know.
I could, sign stuff.
We could always use another good person here.
Okay, cool.
But here's the difference. We're gonna need you to talk like an American in this place. So
I'd have to do that.
You
I
have
have
to
to
lose the British
maintain.
accent for now.
That's fine. I'm good with that. Yeah. It's very snooty, the British accent sometimes. I like playing it level. Much better. See you guys.
What up, IGTV, man? We are back. Now, that video you just literally saw was taken a very, very long time ago. And of course, where Benedict Cumberbatch was actually filming the first Doctor Strange movie. And that particular video, I saw snippets of it. I saw videos of it, but I never actually saw the full full footage. Shout out to Scott Derrickson, who actually uploaded the full video, which is what you saw just now. I believe that was uploaded last week. It was fun. It was dope to see like this Benedict Cumberbatch going in as Doctor Strange and just doing his thing and just taking pictures and having fun. I like that. It's nice to give back to the community. It's nice to interact and connect and gel with the people who literally, one, are putting money in your pockets, and literally, two, who have a very cool, deep understanding of the character that you're playing, and of course, a big love and connection within the Marvel movie. So that's pretty dope and nice to give back to the community each and every time. And I love it when actors and actresses, of course, do this, and it really just bring a lot of value and fun to the people that actually, are literally just connected with them on a daily basis in regards to Marvel, DC, TV shows, whatever you're into. It's nice to see people stepping up and just giving back to, the community. But overall, Enjoyed it. It was very fun. It was very cool to see Benedict Cumberbatch literally just not speaking that British accent basically. When he was actually just doing his thing in the comic book store. It was really cool. It was fun, and of course, I'm a big Doctor Strange fan. I got my Doctor Strange Masterworks Volume 1. Love it. I need to get Volume 3, which is very, very expensive because in Volume 3 he actually changed his suit for the first time, I believe, and it because of that particular element, it's ranked up in price. It's like a £400 graphic novel, man, and I don't have that money. I hope Marvel actually do a reprint so I can actually buy it. But yeah, Masterworks Doctor Strange Volume 1 here. And of course, literally his IGTV video number 2.
You calling me vermin tough guy? You just want to laugh at me like everyone else. 12%? It's real.
Yes, IGTV family, what up, man? Hope everyone is well, and of course, literally doing well. Your boy was Sema, DJ Sava, 2 Britishnerdz. That's me, man. Hope everyone is well, and of course, literally doing well. That literally 10 to 15-second clip of Bradley Cooper doing the voiceover for Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. I loved it. It was nice. It was cool. It was really nice to see how he gets into character and the emotions that runs through his consciousness as he outlets the voiceover for Rocket Raccoon and of course Guardians of the Galaxy. And I totally loved it. It was cool. It was dope. It was nice. I look forward to see his take and his emotional, I guess, response and how he actually elevates the character. And of course, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Of course, we all know at the end of in Avengers Infinity War, he sees all of his friends pass away and die, and of course they come back in Avengers Endgame. But how did that phase him? How did it affect him? So I look forward to seeing Bradley Cooper taking his own take on that particular moment and giving you that emotional response on the big screen. Overall, loved it. Cool, fun, amazing. I love Rocket Raccoon. Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one was one of my favorites. It's just a very cool, dope movie. I watched it literally 2 to 3 times in the cinemas. Loved it. That being said, what are your thoughts on Bradley Cooper's voiceover for Rocket Raccoon? How do you think Rocket Raccoon will evolve basically from Avengers Endgame to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Drop your comments down below. And pretty much basically, after that, of course, I forgot to basically say, I finally started catching up on my comic books. I picked this up basically, I believe, 2 weeks ago. It got delayed because of obviously the coronavirus lockdown scenario thing due to all of the comics were actually delayed due to the lockdown and so forth. So this came out finally, and I love it. This is Strange Academy basically issue 2. Now, I'm a big fan of books like this because, I've always been fond of books and movies that revolve around like the occult, magic, and so forth, which is why I love Doctor Strange, Sabrina, movies like Lord of the Rings and so forth, because they really incorporate that aspect of magic, and I just love it. I've always loved it. So, issue 2 was cool. It was fine. You really understand the characters a bit more in regards to what they're actually going through. The first week in class shows you the lessons they're actually going through to learn and harness the power, of course, of magic. Written by Scott Young. Really, really love it, and I really can't wait for issue 3. And of course, it's nuts. This is actually Dormammu's son. So it's pretty crazy and nuts to think of, like, Doctor Strange's enemy is Dormammu, and his son basically is studying in Doctor Strange's basically academy, which is why it's called Strange, of course, Academy. But I love it. It's fun. It's nice. I'd recommend it to everyone out there who's a fan of. If you're a fan of Scotty Young, it's a book for you because he's actually writing the book. But if you're a fan of magic and so forth, it's pretty cool and dope. Enjoyed it. I love the artwork. I love the way it's written. I can't wait for issue 3. And that's pretty much Strange Academy, literally, of course, issue 3. So I'm gonna put this down right here. I love it. I love books that revolve around the occult, magic. I'm a big fan of Doctor Strange, which is why I also have Doctor Strange Masterworks Volume 1. It's an amazing book. I love it. I actually haven't finished all of it, funny enough. I've got Volume 1, Volume 2. Volume 3 is super expensive because in that volume you see Doctor Strange changing his suit for the first time. It's super expensive. It's like a £300, £400 book. When that graphic novel came out, which is of course Doctor Strange Masterworks Volume 3, Masterworks, and it was probably around that £30, £40. I got this for about, I believe, £40. I believe now it's gone up to like it's worth like, or it's gone up to like £60 or more. So I'm really excited because I really can't wait to finish reading this. So this is the issues that are covered within this book. I'm waiting for the big omnibus to come out, also like a big Doctor Strange omnibus. I know they have omnibus volume 1 and volume 2, but I think, oh yeah, makes sense because obviously they can't fit all of it in one book. So I might get Doctor Strange I might get the omnibus 1 and omnibus 2 when I can. But this is my Doctor Strange Masterworks Volume 1. I love it and I can't wait to finish it off. Speaking about basically, of course, omnibus, the Eternals omnibus comes out basically this year. So if you want to find out about the Eternals in regards to Marvel's new up and coming movie, which is of course the Eternals, I believe it's been pushed back now to December, but you can pre-order it on forbiddenplanet.com. It's about, well, in the UK, and I believe they also do international orders if you can't get it where you are. It's £75 plus obviously shipping and so forth. I can't wait to get it. It's written and illustrated by Jack Kirby, and I cannot wait because I love his artwork. I never knew he was the guy that actually created and illustrated them. Of course, the Eternals. So I look forward to reading that and grabbing it and adding it to my collection. It'll be my first ever omnibus, so I'm really pumped and excited and actually grabbing that book because I like it. It's different, you know. For me, even though I love my Marvel comic books and so forth, you know, I still need to do my research and really go deep into the history of Marvel comics. And the way I'm going to be doing that is not by reading the new stuff, well, even though I do, but basically I'm going to be buying lots of the old stuff to catch up and actually understand what all of those 80 years of Marvel history, you know, what happened and how they gave birth to the TV shows and movies, I guess, in a nutshell. So when I see TV shows and movies, I'll know where the source material actually came from. So for me, it's about going back in time. The new stuff is all right, don't get me wrong, but the old stuff, I mean, is amazing. Like, it's really amazing. For example, if you want to know, one of the best Hulk stories is World War Hulk and Planet Hulk, where basically the Hulk becomes so destructive and so angry, the Avengers actually now basically, and the superheroes, they actually shoot the Hulk off to a planet that they think would be good for him. Something goes haywire, basically. He ends up in a planet called Planet Sakaar. He gets enslaved. He later on basically breaks from that particular... He gets enslaved. He now has to fight within basically in a ring, and he has like, you know, he's chained up and so forth. So eventually he works his way up. He becomes free, becomes the king of the planet, has a baby basically with one of the women that he actually marries. What happens then basically is the ship he actually came in, what actually transpires is it blows up basically. It blows up and it kills basically his wife with his unborn son or unborn child basically, and he goes completely mad. He finds way to make get a spaceship, goes back to Earth and pretty much beats up and destroys all of the superheroes that the Hulk actually blames in regards to what happened to his people, because he was a king on that planet, and to his wife and to his kid, to the point of where he's so angry that the way he actually stops actually destroying basically New York City is pretty much he gets so tired he just drops and he reverts back to Bruce Banner, and that's how they pretty much put an end to him. But that's pretty much kind of the quick synopsis of basically of the book, and I'll probably juggled it up or messed it up to a degree, but it's the reason I wanted to put that storyline out there is because that's the angriest the Hulk has ever been in comic book history. So it's a book that you want to get. So you want to get Planet Hulk and you want to get World War Hulk too. You can also purchase that in the omnibus, meaning of course you get both of these events in one gigantic book and you can read it from beginning to end, which is literally what I got. I was pretty lucky because it was crazy. I was going on Amazon and I found the omnibus literally for £3. So I copped it straight away, which was amazing. I paid £3 for the book and probably like £2.50 shipping. I was like, yo, give it to me, and I read it. And it was cool. It's really nice when you read the substance and the histories of comic books. For example, when I read, Doctor Strange, right? When I read this, it makes me understand and overstand the substance of where the movie the movie came from. All of the colors that you see pretty much here are the colors that were used in the Doctor Strange movie. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like all of the effects, the colors, the tones, the frequencies, all of this was put onto the movie. So it makes me understand the substance of where everything comes from. So like I said, when the Doctor Strange movie came out, I already understood what I was seeing because I've read the substance. So if you ever want to know about your favorites, if you ever want to know anything about your favorite superheroes, make sure to read the Marvel Masterworks. Or I don't know what the DC versions are, but grab them too. Get the Marvel Masterworks. They give you the essence of the origins. If you can't afford them, you can also find a way to read them literally online too. I mean, I wanted to put it out there because a lot of people, a lot of people that want to know about the substance of characters may read comic books that have come out now, or they read the origin story that's been put out, but it's sort of been tweaked up. And it's amazing. It's not amazing in the sense of where you read it, but it's an origin story, but it's kind of tweaked up in regards to modern, like the current era we're in. So the artwork would be different, the storytelling would be different. But if you actually was to read literally, of course, the origins, you're actually going into the writers, the illustrators that actually gave birth to these characters, their state of mind, their thoughts, the energy, the colors. I mean, even like when you open up, for example, a Marvel comic book, right? Now, I mean, look at this. Look at the artwork. And look at the way the colors are used, right? It's, back then it wasn't digital. It was so nice and fresh, and I loved it. As a kid, I loved the smell, literally, of the pages. They were just so nice. Everything was organic. It was nice. It was dope. It was sweet. It was super colorful, man. But now, I mean, when you read basically, when you open up a comic book, this is what you get. That's what you get. It's completely digitalized. Everything about it isn't how it was back then. So even though I do love this book and I love comic books, you can never beat the substance of anything in life, where it actually originated from. So that's pretty much something I would suggest to do. If you ever want to find out about your favorite characters, basically, quite simply, get the original masterworks or the original substance, because what will happen is, let's say for example, let's say, and I think I've said this before. I want to try saying this without me basically stuttering, because I stutter so much, but I don't care. The Eternals is coming out basically, don't know when. So Marvel announced a Eternals movie, right? What Marvel will do is they will take the source material from the original Eternals comic book, and then what they will do is, when the movie is about to come out, or maybe a year or two before it comes out, what Marvel will do is they will actually release another Eternals comic book and give you more storylines, more arcs. So they'll mix two of the arcs to get two of the comic books, the original and the new ones, and they'll mix both of them up and they'll use that as a source material. For example, Avengers Infinity War was like Infinity Wars, the comic. It was also the Infinity Event, the Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, they compounded so much comic books to literally give you, of course, one big movie, which obviously they have to, because see, a lot of fans get pissed off because they're like, oh, come on, like, why are they changing the storyline for? Why are they changing this? This isn't how it plays out in the comic. Well, it's quite simple, innit? Like, they want to make money. If they told you, basically, if the comics followed the movie to the T, then why would you go and watch it? It would be boring. It would be predictable. It would be rubbish. It would be garbage, because even though I love the comics, the movies can't be the same, man. It's too predictable. That's why I love the Russo brothers that did Civil War. I believe they did the Winter Soldier, I believe, also Infinity War, Endgame. Come on. Who'd thought Endgame was insane? I know Infinity War was insane. It had one of the Avengers Infinity War has had, in my opinion, in regards to superhero movies, it's had the best ending and the most different ending ever, because that was the first time you actually saw characters, the superheroes actually, they lost. They got snapped out of existence. They died. Like, they got phased out. Thanos won. And I remember coming at the movies and people had their head down, so like, oh my gosh. Yeah, 11 years of waiting for Thanos, that's what you were going to get. it was different. If they followed it to the T, what would have happened? It would have ended predictably, and everyone would be like, yay. So they told a good story, and it was a completely different ending. So I really enjoyed that, pretty much 100%. But yeah, it's funny. Like, this vlog has gone from me speaking about this to comics and so forth, which is so cool, because when you what's the word, man? When you go into for example, when you are documenting and not creating, like Gary Vaynerchuk would say. As an example, I started off by saying, basically, this was what happened to me in the morning. And when I switched the camera on to actually record this, I didn't have anything to say. But when you actually are documenting, and you're not creating, you haven't got that creative spark. You're not creating content that you would usually create, basically, right? You start to get into a flow of consciousness where the information starts to come out. So I've gone from, me speaking about that, I had sort of like an off day, to creating IGTV content, to reading, for example, this, then speaking about basically this, and now we're going into the essence of comic books, and now we're just moving forward. So this is the beauty basically about creating vlogs, because you can do so much when you actually spit your truth. And it's quite interesting, when you speak your truth, you feel very, very good, and you actually are creating content. I mean, as we speak right now, this is a 15-minute vlog so far, as I'm actually looking at the counter right now. And I initially thought I was going to end it within the first 5 minutes. I didn't really know what I was going to, I thought that was it. And then I was like, yeah, let me say this, let me say this. And everything clicks together when you actually spit your truth. And a lot of people don't spit their truth because they think the people ain't going to resonate to it, or they have a self-esteem wrapped around views, likes, followers, metrics, likes, whatever you want to call it. So they don't actually speak about the stuff they want to speak about, because they are only creating content, like Gary Vee would say, for the machine, which is something that I don't do. And I will not lie, when I first started on social media, I thought it was about views. I thought it was about likes to a degree, because I didn't know how I didn't know, I just didn't know. And then when I became more conscious, my friend Kelvin B. Johnson introduced me to Gary Vee, I kind of realized what I was doing wasn't actually good for me, because I was like, it's true, why am I creating content for views, likes, and so forth? And then I just started doing my thing. Now I don't care about views, I don't care about likes, I don't care about anything, because I know one day I'm going to produce one video on YouTube. It could be on YouTube, it could be on TikTok, it could be on Instagram, it could be pretty much on anything, on any of these platforms. It goes viral, my life has changed. But I wake up every morning and I feel happy, because I'm actually speaking about things I love to speak about. Being, of course, I'm looking down here because, it's about, I speak about comic books, I speak about, what I'm up to, vlogs, I create cool, dope stories that I shoot on my camera, and that's my Instagram stories that I shoot on my camera, and I edit it for the gram, for TikTok, for, I'm doing what I love to do on a daily basis, and I love it, because at the back of my mind, I'm happy, I'm content. It's not about having 500,000 followers, about having 1 billion followers. It's about being happy, and this moment, I'm actually happy. I'm happy that I'm sharing this with you. I'm happy that I'm sharing my journey, and I look forward to see where my journey actually unfolds. So I think that's pretty much it. As long as you're happy doing what you love to do, it's amazing. Like documenting basically your journey on a daily basis will do wonders for you, because you just don't know what you just don't know what you could say on video, or what you could write as a written blog, or you could do it on a podcast, whatever it might be. You just empty the mind of your thoughts, and empty that basically, of course, on the camera, the pen, and spoke, or be in a podcast, or take a picture and caption it on the gram, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to call it. And that's pretty much you. One thing that I've actually realized that I don't do anymore, I do not basically edit my my videos anymore. Really, I don't. Like this video here, that's 90 minutes or 80 minutes so far. I'm just gonna add my IGTV videos that I just spoke about at the beginning of this vlog, and I'm gonna just put my intro and outro, compress it, and send it off to YouTube. And the dope thing is, right, the reason I'm kind of happy, because what's really cool is, like, because I have over 90 minutes of this vlog, or however long it's going to be when I end this vlog, I'm going to snip all of the best moments that I've mentioned, that I think were the best moments. I'm going to snip them up, and they're going to be micro content for Instagram, IGTV, TikTok. So that will save me basically a lot of time, because Gary Vee's motto was dope, what's the word? creating micro content from pillar content. And this is how it works. This is how you create basically loads of content from one piece of content. So you have your main pillar content. For example, this vlog that I've shot, which is about 20 minutes or long, or whatever, 20 minutes and so forth, right? However long it is, sorry. What I'm going to do basically next is what I'm going to do next is select the best moments from this vlog. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip them out, 60 seconds for my Instagram feed, up to however long I want it to be for my IGTV, 15 seconds for my stories, which is of course also Snapchat, 15 to 60 seconds or 59 seconds on TikTok. I'm good to go. The best moments will be the best piece of content I'm going to basically post up on these social media platforms, and of course use my creative aspect to actually mold it to that particular platform. Like for example, if it's TikTok, I'm gonna add some texts, some music, whatever it might be, and that's pretty much what you do. And I'm gonna have loads of content, so I'm really happy and excited to check in my phone. Yeah, you know, my phone is battered, man. I mean, iPhone 6, I think I've mentioned this many times. This iPhone 6 basically, oh man, it freezes, crashes, warms up, battery isn't that great anymore. And you know, I replaced the battery I think about 2 years ago, and it freezes, it crashes. It's just really annoying. It lags and it's so slow, but I can't complain because I've had the phone since 2015. But what really messed up my phone is when I basically updated my phone. And here's a story, right? Here's a true story, right? This is my iPhone 6. I've had this, like I said, since 2015. I was on iOS 9.2 for 4 to 5 years. My phone was running smoothly. The only reason I decided to update was basically because all of my apps stopped working. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, everything wasn't working. So I had to update the phone to use the apps. And then after that, my battery started to act up, my phone started to act up, and it just became completely dead. But that's pretty much the story. I was on iOS 9.2 for about 5 whole years, 100%. So the lesson that I've learned is when I get my new phone, a new iPhone, is I will not be updating that phone, period. I don't need it. I don't need the update. I don't need any of it. As long as my apps work and they work with my current iOS, I will never update the phone because I don't need it. I don't need it. I need to get a new phone, but to be honest, £1,000 for a phone, man. The other times I think if I was doing some influencer marketing with like Apple or some of these companies, I'll get a free phone sent to me because I actually need to get a phone. But if I have to spend that much money on the phone, I probably will do because I need to get a new phone. And to be honest, the contracts suck. They want to charge like £60 or more a month, like 24-month contract for a phone. No way, thank you. I'm only paying £20 a month for this for my SIM, unlimited calls, unlimited texts, and I get 100 gig of data. So I really can't complain. But I need to get a new handset because this phone totally sucks at this moment. But to be honest, when I first bought the phone, it didn't suck whatsoever. You know, it was amazing. It ran smoothly for its time. But I definitely need to grab a new phone. So yeah, man, that's pretty much my unloading onto you beautiful people in regards to today's new vlog. I look forward to actually snipping this vlog, having as much micro content because I haven't done it in such a long time. And I think one thing that stops people from actually doing content on YouTube or in general, in regards to video content, a lot of people seem to think their videos have to be within a minute, within 2 minutes, because people's attention switches off, which is complete nonsense and total like garbage. 100%. If your content is good, people will watch it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the reason you go watch watched Avengers Infinity War is because you like the movie. The reason you watch Star Wars to the end because you've pretty much you loved it. And there's times, I guarantee you, to the people that are watching this right now, where you've been in the movies, and basically you've seen people walk out of the movies because the movie was crap and garbage. They didn't like it. And that's how it is with your content. Never think you have to be producing content for 60 seconds. It's total nonsense. As long as you love what you're doing, make it as short or as long as you want. It doesn't matter how long your content is, man. People will watch it regardless. I mean, look at Gary Vee. He actually produced a was it 2 years ago? Or a year ago, he produced I believe an 8 to an 11-hour vlog when he was in Dubai, and people watched it. Hey, because it's Gary V. Because, you know, he's Gary V, you know what I'm trying to say? So, because people like what he does and they like the content, you know? So, it is what it is, people, 100%. So, with that being said, people, I hope everyone is well and, of course, literally doing well. I really enjoyed doing this vlog, and it just makes you think that when you understand the principles that basically, as long as you're expressing yourself, being true, creating content around the things that make you happy. Like I said, if it's comic books, movies, slam, if you're a comedian, if you like, I don't know, talking about stamps, whatever it might be, you know, your content could be as long as you want, as short as you possibly want. Do you be happy and literally build around, of course, your happiness, man. I mean, as long as you're happy, creating your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, like Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat content, and you love what you do, put it out there for the people. Bring value to them. Be compassionate. Be kind. Connect with your community. Build a brand. You know, build a brand. Build love. Build a brand around, or build a brand around the things that you like, and of course around the people that are consuming your content. You know, it's not about you. It's about them. When you stop worrying literally about, when you say, how do I stop getting followers? How do I grow? When you put your community first, you know, things will grow. You know, it takes time. You know, like Gary Vee says, you know, anything that's meaningful takes time in life. It's a process. You know, it took me, like, on Instagram, I think it took me about nearly a year to hit 10,000 followers, and I never went onto Instagram to generate a large following. I went onto Instagram to build around the things that I wanted to speak about, and I wanted to be self-employed. And of course, I'm a big Marvel fan, as you know, and amongst other things, and I started creating content around there to the point of where I was averaging up to 1,000 followers a month, up to 500,000 views and likes a day, and that was due to, of course, the Instagram algorithm was pretty much non-existent. I took advantage out of it, built content around the things that I love, and then basically, you know, one day I hit 10,000 followers. And that's what it's literally about. It's not about the views, the likes, the metrics, whatever it might be. It's about building around your happiness and being happy within yourself 100%. That's the secret, and how I basically came onto Instagram and generated a 24,000 or 26,000, but now it's like 24,000 following on Instagram, because literally I built around my happiness. And because I did that, you know, I built a meaningful community, which I still continue to do. That's one of the reasons I've grown so much. That's the secret. It's actually working, and just doing as much as you can on a daily basis. So with that being said, everyone, make sure you smash that YouTube subscribe button, smash the YouTube bell button. Of course, share this video with your friends, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell button, and of course, if you've watched this video to the end, quite simply, drop your comments down below. I'd love to know who actually finished this video to the end, and I love it. Thank you guys and girls so much. And if you've clicked on this video for like 10 seconds, 5 seconds, thank you. If this video caught your attention and you didn't watch it and you scrolled away, thank you. Just thank you. And I look forward to creating more videos of you beautiful people on a daily basis. So I think now that I will be creating content without literally just editing, unless I guess I need to, which will probably be like once in the blue moon. It's gonna be just me just rolling out and spitting out my truth, and it makes it easy for me. I just intro, outro, upload to YouTube, thumbnail, pow, next video, and that's how we're gonna do. Oops, it hit my microphone. With that being said, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll catch you everyone tomorrow. Peace.